Hello friends, another Monday, and we are back in Bon Temps. A little weird weather happening here, don't worry, it'll clear up right quick. I figured though we should come in and do a little bit of detailing, make this a beautiful city. Maybe put in a pocket too. You can fit one in without, killing everything around the corner here. But I don't know if that's happening. That'll go there. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and use our surface painter. I'm gonna decide if I want to put benches or just park, trees, or what. So we'll decide here. Stretch that out to the corner. Should we do potted plants? That's what I'm thinking. Trouble with these is you put them down and they change colors on them. Although these are all dead looking. So that's fun. Is it because of the time of year? Oh, that's kind of my outro music. We don't want that. Excuse me, tree. Well, those look dead in a half. This is a little too peppy apparently because it's feeling kind of dead and wintry. So let's do something a little bit more, chill. How's that? Yeah, they're all this color, so that's fun. It's probably because it's October. So we're just going to go ahead and we'll just put in a garden bed here. Line this up nicely. Serve as kind of a bollard with the row. Trying to do about 4 spaces between. I think we could do a higher one on the corner. Yeah, that'd be nice. Let's see, we have this one picked. Garden bed 2, so if we do a garden bed... Let's see, garden bed 1 or 2 narrow low, so can we do a 1 narrow high? That's high. That's corner. What do we think? Nice little protective, keep people safe inside, but let people drive by on the road. I think that'll look good. I think that'll look right good. All right. Trouble is that side kind of gets all hinky with the lights here, so we got to find something else that'll work nice. Do I do this to kind of divide the space? That'd be good. Or do I pick maybe a pot on either side. I think I'm going with the pot on either side. And then, let's see. We need a nice corner piece here. So let's do this. We'll put this here. That'll kind of separate it out a bit. Do we want garden benches? Let's do the park bench. Let's do this. See, this is why you gotta do a bunch of them, because otherwise it gives you all the weird colors, and I don't have to recolor everything on, so. Bye, 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 bye. Set this up right here against the fence, although we should probably put in a garbage can. Am I buying time before facing the problems that I know my city's facing, looking at my little bar up here at the top? Maybe? Look, it is what it is, okay? I recognize that I've got the struggles when it comes to city management sometimes. This might or might not be one of those times. Push. I think I want to have a fence here on the back. Kind of mark this place off. And I do like the green hedge. Let's do a tall one, because I do like the tall hedge. Am I just eyeballing these? Yes. Is this true to life? Actually, yes. Because you can't always control where the hedges grow. Killdozer, take care of it. Alright. Should I put in a garbage can or two? There we go. Nice little corner park. Do something with this puppy. Not up for it just yet. Just looking at these I still feel good about. I don't like that the buildings changed, because now they're both the same kind of building, but we'll do what we can. This building is biochemicals. Or not biochemicals, petrochemicals, which means they're gonna have barrels and stuff behind, so we could detail that in. Because I do like the detailing aspect of it, I just don't have all the nifty tools. Yeah, let's do that in the middle of town. Maybe some crates? Of course, we'd want to extend the ground paint there. Alright. Let's see. As you can see, we've got this expanded area here. right here along Boulevard Désirable. We've got Avenue du Bruit Gris right here that's looking nice. Coming out here to the center of town. This is going to kind of be a center with the university here. We can start looking at our problems. So we're needing paper. We need paper, something burned down. What burnt down? Oh no! Oh no! It was a hatchback! Sadness. Now the question is, did that affect our favorite record store? No! Daddy-O Records is good to go.
Yo.
Life is good. Alright. This one needs beverages. Beverages needs grain and vegetables.
The vegetables. Das Gemüse.
So I did offline go ahead and take care of these, and I did this one as well for Chipperstein. Cotton order as well, because we had one of them complaining about lacking cotton. So we got beverages. Alright, let's do that. Beverages, textiles. That's gonna need some manufacturing. That okay, so that's good. What's your complaint about? You're a hotel. Bye-bye. I can't fix that. Sorry, can't fix it. Bye-bye. Is that kind of mean? A little bit. Alright, so let's look at our electricity right now, our budget. So we're spending almost $850,000 in port electricity. And I believe that that's a month. So if I did a power plant, that could significantly improve things. Budgetarily, I would have to have a major outlay of the budget to do that. But I think it would pay itself off. Now, the problem is, we've got the coast here. That's where we're going to do our launch facility. But we also will probably want to have a lot of power for them. So we'll want a big power plant. So we don't necessarily want to do something that's going to horribly pollute, because we're trying to be conscious of things. We have some development points. So I'm looking at it. We could do large roads, because we are going to need them. We could do a coal power. We could do a nuclear power. Geothermal. See, I'm thinking nuclear, and here's why. A lot of the probes that are sent out to deep space are nuclear powered. They would need plutonium. Having a nuclear plant would generate that plutonium that they could then load onto the spaceships and power them in the depths of cold, frigid space. So I think that that's what we're going to do. I don't remember how much it costs, but we're going to spend the development points so we can see how badly it's going to hurt. That was a big outlay, but let's look at our power cost here. So nuclear, it's only $1 million, and it's costing us what, $75 a month, up to $375 a month, but we're paying $800 and such a month. So I think it's worth it. Now the question is, though, where do we plop it in? Do we put it on this side so that it's closer to the launch facility, but also away from the town? And also, should there be a leak, the prevailing winds? Let's look at the prevailing winds.
Begin! Let it begin!
This is all part of the environmental impact study. Smart, right? Alright, so all the wind seems to be blowing this direction. So having it here, even if it went kaboom, it would blow that way out to the Gulf. So, that's what I'm thinking. We're going to do this. We are going to go ahead. We're going to annex from the Pays Lointain into Bonton. We're going to annex this tile. And then we're going to build a road. We will want a road of sufficient size. It's going to be plain and fetch to me, of course you will. So we'll do this. Well, what's your dealio? Why are you like this? Is this a regular road? Because I built off you just fine over here. Alright then. Fine. Here, let me buy another square for no reason. There, will you shut up and let me do what I want to do? Okay. Then we go nuclear. Literally. Okay, what's the overlapping items? Is there a problem with the map? What's going on? I had to do that to clear it. Ugh. Icky. 14 out of 10, did not like. Ugh. Now, the question is, will I be able to build a highway off of that? Okay, what is going on underground here that you're like this? Something underground? Is that what's the deal? No. Sometimes the game baffles me. This is one of those times. Thank you for playing along at home. This has been Brothers Go. Pardon me while I rage quit. Ugh. Quit it! What is your beef? Because clearly it's not the good kind. And it's not what's for dinner. Alright, let's get this a nice 90 so City Planner Plays will be happy with me. Alright. Let's get our power lines reconnected so that the city doesn't implode. Okay. Alright. That was a travail. Oh, goodness. Okay. I think it's time for something a little more zippy because we're going to be building our... We're going to build our nuclear plant here. So let's take a look. Let's do this one. Let's see, where are our power lines? Off the back side there. So if I put it up close, well, but I don't want to be too close. put it there, leave room for a road. Why did it do a coal? Why did I do a coal? Because I wasn't looking. And now I'm going to pay the price. $1 million down the drain. I need $5 million. Alright, well, we'll just high speed it for a minute. Goodness. That's alright, we'll deal. We'll survive for a minute here. Let's build our industrial needs up, because we do have some industrial requests. And one more across. Should help with some of that. We have some deaths. That's sad. Let's see. Do we need office space? We do. Let's put in some French-style offices here, right on High Street, so that the citizenry here in this neighborhood have a nice place to work. Alright. And we're bringing in about 80K an hour, so we should very quickly hit that 5 mil mark. Hello, Larvas. Yes. I'm doing alright. How are you tonight? Thanks for the follow. Glad to have you with us. Building my little city of Fontaine. It's in the alternate universe of Il Baptistad, where the Louisiana Purchase didn't happen for a number of reasons, but we're in these two little enclaves on the Gulf Coast of Biloxi and Mobile that are what are called the Pays Lointains, faraway lands. And they are where the Louisianan Space Organization is building their launch complex. And so we're in the process of building out a town for them to have all their scientists come live, like Huntsville, Alabama. And we're getting that nuclear plant ready here in a minute. So let us see what will happen. Once I hit 5 million, I can finally build my nuclear plant. Meantime, let's take care of our needs here. So we've got some of our good streets. We've got Garnet Street. We've got Sentier Clovis. We've got Boulevard des Érables. We've got Chemin des Épines. We've got Empire Street. We've got Chemin de Kyoto. We've got, where is it? Terrace Davenport. We've got, let's see, there was one other one. There was Avenue de Bruit Gris, Grey Noise Avenue. Figured it'd be fun to throw in some of my friends, and as I build streets, I like to add in friends because I need good street names. So there will be more of those as we go forward. Let's see here. We had, let's see, we had one other one. Where did it go? Did it get renamed? It does that now and again. That's one thing I dislike about the way City Skylines 2 works. Well, we'll find it in a minute. Oh, and of course, I gotta show you my favorite record store. My favorite record store, Daddy-O Records, at 40 Rue de la Mode. Right over by the Japanese sector, because Louisiana paired up with Japan, the Empire of Japan, to explore space. They had a good trade relationship after the Great Pacific War, which was the World War II equivalent in the Pacific. They didn't put them together in this alternate universe. They were separate fights. So, all right, we've hit 5 million. Let's nuke this place. This is a big plant. I forget how big it is half the time. Alright. Nuclear plant goes in. Let's power this up because we can start selling out to other areas. We don't have to be spending almost $1 million a month as far as our payments go. So that will help us out. Yes, it will cost us a bunch, but it will nix that service trade, which will be good. Look at that drop. Look at that drop. Sharp drops. We're selling already. This is good. We won't need to import electricity. We'll get covered on that front. Now, oh, you need the toilet, huh? Well, we can help with that. One thing I like to do is this little trick that I learned from our good friend City Planner Plays Phil. We go ahead and we do that, and that way it'll filter over here by it. But in the meantime, let's connect over. Can we connect? Are you going to be cooperative and connect for me? Okay. Well, we connect this way. Not sure why I couldn't connect under the highway, but that's alright. It'll connect here. That's all we need. Alright. Okay, that should take care of that. Not enough water. Well, then let's look at how much water we have. Wrong one. Here we go. Alright, so we do need to have some more water. Let's slow that roll down. Let's get some good solid water pumping going. I thought we had some, but we can add some more. I put in a pump over here, actually. That's alright. We can put one in right here off this road. And that should dramatically increase our water pumping in. Alright, let's see what that does real quick. That gets us closer, but not quite where we need to be. That was a pretty sharp deficit that we were facing, though. So let's see if we can't increase our pumpage. Space them out along chemin de Chen, because we will need a little bit of a gap. That's going to hit our budget pretty hard, but we're making money because we're not spending much sending it out. So I think we're good there. That took care of the nuclear plant, producing some good plutonium for our folks. We're gonna make all the neat little vehicles to go to space. Alright, so that helps with all that. Now, how are we on our education? Not great. That's not good for a city of scientists. So we've got a little under. We're definitely under on the high school side. Let's look real quick. We've got plenty of colleges, or we did. We can add that. That'll help with that. For now. Where's our high school? We have a French high school we built. Because that will be good. Where'd our high school? Let's go to the tab and see if that illuminates it for us. Here we go. It was right here somewhere. Alright. Elementary, chock full. High school. Well, alright. Let's build one over here in town.
Won't somebody please think of the children? What?
Let's do that. We will build one right here in town. We will have it connect over here. Let's build Heather Street out a little bit. Heather Street is just a 2-laner. Okay, let's do Heather Lane. Let's extend it down. There we go. Alright, so Heather Lane's built. Now let's pick up a decent school. that we can't afford anyway. We might.
In terms of money, we have no money.
We're making up a bunch of money. It's alright. We'll get there. Or when we get there.
We get there when we get there.
Okay, we've got all these good, solid... I'm going to leave this open, I think. I'm going to leave this to be a plaza. So we could use some business interests here on this corner. Let's do a high-density one on that corner. And a matching one across the street. Because I don't think they'll get very tall. I think that's as tall as they're going to get. This is kind of our city center. We'll need other housing areas behind here. So we could probably start putting in... I think we'll need some low rent, because that always seems to be the case. Let's do some low rent on this road here. And see how that handles out. Those are interesting. Chemical Lore and St. Armand's Goblet, a drinks company. Alright, sure, why not?
Pretty soon the whole group goes.
Gonna need to get some rail into our city at some point relatively soon here. Alright. Let's look at schools. Now, the French high school would be the good call because we will be using the space in it. Now, we could have little tennis courts or whatever, or we could have office space. You know what? Let's do that. Because I could put office space behind it to kind of screen it off from the main busy road and thus give those students a little less of an opportunity to get distracted. Because those are staircases at the end, obviously. Look at the slope of those. And this will be Lyra Voss. We'll call this École Lyra Voss. Actually, sorry, it's a high school. It's not école, it's lycée. Congratulations, you have a school named after you. Thanks for following. We can maybe even consider doing the expansion, but for now, we're okay. And so we won't take on that extra expense just yet. Do need more elementaries, it looks like. So we could do... we're going to slow this down and we're going to expand up Arbor View a little bit. Let's do that. Okay, that's making it too big. Why? What's the difference here? Because I'm doing a two-laner. That would be why. So look at what you're putting down. Bro. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna knock your house down by expanding the road in front of your house. The logic. The logic behind the recalibration kills me every single time. Here, let's do this. There. Could you, will that work for you now? Okay, those should grow in just fine. But if I put in another road, it's gonna break again. If I put it here, will it break? It will not. I'll take it. I'll take it and run to the bank with it 4 times a week and 3 times on Sundays. Let's connect this over to by the post office that we put in. There you go. Connect that into Boulevard Désirable? What street is this? Concord Street. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Alright. We need to have, look at that, see, that just, it fits and it looks nice. That's what I'm talking about. We need to have a little more commercial interest here along the main road. So we could probably squeeze in one there, that'll be good. And another one there, and that'll look good as well. Now, we are getting into a place where we're going to want to build up a little bit. So we could start putting in taller residentials if we're feeling brave. And I'm kind of feeling brave.
Oh, I can feel it.
Alright, don't jigger. I don't want to ruin that construction site. Let's do our next big cross street here. Straight 90 degrees on there. Straight across. Good. We'll do matchy match across this way. There we go. Oh, that's what it was. Élan Canadien. Where's Élan Canadien?
Let's go, Daddy Wonka Bird!
Is it this one? Or is it this one? I had a street that was, yep, the Boulevard d'Élan Canadien. That would be Canadian Moose Street. Yep, you read that right. Gotta represent all the people I know. Alright. How are we holding up? Oh, that's huge.
Huge!
That's huge. Alright. Slowly building in here. We can extend Vermont Lane, although I'm going to change the name on that. This will be Chemin Verlaine. And we need to have kind of a storage facility here. Because this place, Spin-Off Bakeries, obviously is going to have all sorts of goods come in. So let's do a little bit of pavement, concrete. Pavement or concrete? That's the question. I think I'm going to go with, you know, why don't I just mess with this one? Oh, because it's overlapping. And it's not going to like me. So let's just start a fresh one. Here, I'll get close, but I won't touch. There, how's that?
No touch.
Will you stop touching me? Will you stop touching me? I'll make him stop touching me. Because it's kind of what it feels like sometimes with these circuses. Alright, we'll bring this up here to the back, because that is a back door. Alright, look at that. That's good. Now, excuse me, house. Oh, quit it. Alright. So that's gonna be for that. I don't have the parking mod stuff. So I can't really do that, but I could do decals. And I could make a parking zone. I could make a no parking zone. I could do a we could do a handicap parking spot here. do that. We're ADA compliant. And we could do bollards across that. But let's also do this. Do another one here. And then let's do... No real fences in the industrial one. There's those gates, I don't like them. There's no real fences here. Let's do this. It's a red brick building. How does this brick look? That's not too bad. It's not too far off. We could do the park and have it be the, these as the bollards kind of thing. Right? And just kind of have that block the end of the park area so that they know where to stop their cars. All right. That looks pretty good. For being a vanilla plopper. That's turned out pretty good. We need to have some industrial stuff, though, because there's going to be deliveries. Because it is a bakery. So let's do some crates. We'll say it was a freight delivery day and they're waiting to move those in. Alright, we've let some things percolate and grow in. How are we doing here on that? Good? Good. We need more residential. And people are going to want to have more country-style living outside of the main city areas, and so I could see that happening over here in Neubaden. So let's go ahead, we'll give Neubaden a little more space to work with. Neubaden can come all the way over to here. We'll let Neubaden expand their residential area. Phil's gonna have shingles at that one, because that is definitely not a 90 degree and totally not city planner approved. But that's okay. It's not his build. It's mine. Europeans are weird. Okay. Let's do some more whimsical zoning of sorts. We'll have this road come in. We'll have, let's see, someone from the Julak School of Residential Planning apparently behind this one, because look at all these curly Q roads that he's doing. Or is it a she? We don't know. It's part of a consortium. The Windsor Front is the group, Windsor Front. And they are the ones that won the contract to develop this land from the town fathers of Neubaden or Neufbaden. No, you might think that these might be Gervanian, but they're not from Gervain. No bio-cola, not allowed. It's not something that's even allowed to be exported under the rules of the different conventions protecting human rights, because let's face it, bio-cola has its problems. We're getting into the deep lore here, folks. Alright. Let's put in these houses here. We will go with our European low-density waterfront, because those seem to make people happier. But I do want to put in the roundabouts, because like I say, they seem to have gone to the Dulac School of Residential Development. And they tend to favor lots of roundabouts. It's kind of annoying. But they think it makes it look pretty, and you can't tell them otherwise. They tend to complain about it if you do. Who they complain to? Well, that's entirely something that's their decision. But they'll let you know if they don't like your choices as a city planner and a city father. Alright. Let's zone these in. Let's get these houses in for these people. We are definitely soaking up that residential demand, and that's okay. That's kind of what the point was here, was just give places for people to live, and then we'll let that build back in. Okay. Good. There will need to be some additional office employment opportunities. But these are going to be the lower side of things. Oh, that'll be nice when that's all. Okay. Let's look at our post offices and just see if we can't make people happy. We got a little one there. We put a little post box here in the middle. Would that help improve things? I think it would. Alright. How are we doing on that? Got our office demand taken care of. We do need some of our larger residential demands taken care of. So let's do this. We will grab some more low rent there, but then we will switch over. And since we are trying to be more of a downtown area, let's do some mid-level UK there, and maybe some mid-level French here and here. See if that can't help fill in that need there. How are we on our industrial need? We're crunching along. We need some more. Alright. Pop that up. Why did I leave it on that? Because I'm a silly Billy, that's why. Connect that road down. Evict that factory because, you know, apparently building a road evicts people. Don't ask me, I didn't program the game. Alright, let's get some of that industrial zone pulled in here. That'll give some good jobs.
Business, business, business. Numbers?
It says it wants university, but I'm not keen to do university just yet. Let's look at our production. How are we? We need more chicken, livestock, more grain, we need more coal, and we need oil. Let's look and see if we have any currently in the boundaries of the city. Coal, we do right there. Oil, we've got over there, and we've got, of course, in the area where we're planning on building our launch facility. So that's going to be fun. I might fund it. Let's see where our grain could go. Our grain could be good there. We could build it out on this end, but let's see. Let's build it down on this end, and let's build in a little bit more grain opportunities. Or you can be a stinker and not cooperate. Hey, thanks. Alright, that should give us some good... I don't want biofuel! I don't want biofuel! I want regular grain for, you know, agricultural uses, not biofuel. Blech. We don't need that. Oh, honk. Oh, well. Alright. These guys are building in. I want it. Can I make it bigger? Yes! Haha! Fill in the block. Just play whack-a-mole with Killdozer enough and you'll get what you want. I guess that's the lesson we learned today, friends. College is getting close. If I build a college, I would want it to be... when I build it, it'll be on this block here. That'll close that side off and make it prettier from the street.
Oh, beautiful, gorgeous. Wish you were here.
Could put a parking garage in the middle. Alright, how are we doing there? We've got Grindle Rock that's doing really good, but we could expand Grindle Rock just as Sukoshi, because Grindle Rock is doing metal ore. And what's this one doing? This one is also metal ore. Hold on. That is Colossal ore. And they're doing coal. And we need more coal. So that would actually be a good thing for me to slightly expand Mr. Colos. We need to get more product. Oh, Kolos and Grindle. Those two are just funny characters. 111 for metal ore. Grindle here. Can we do stone along this road here? We could do stone. We do need stone, it says. Let's see how that does on our production sheet. And as you notice, service trade 0. So that's paid itself off. So let's see. Well, that should improve that. That should improve that. We've tried to add more to that, but suddenly we're needing more. So who knows? We'll get there. We will get there, friends. We will get there. Okay. I might need to do some tax maneuvering to get these beverage companies out, because we got paper, textiles, still the same problem. Paper, beverages, car accident, dead person. Say your prayers for Trafford Murphy, who is dead in their house in the Japanese section of town. We've also got problems with resources here in Neckbeard Mike's Comics and Yaksu. But we've got all these nice houses here, so that's good. Now the question is, do I put in houses along this road here? That is my question. Didn't want to, but I think I'm going to. I think that could make it a nice residential zone and really just draw people in because they get to live here, off in the quieter side of things, but not too far from good transit options. Although this street here, I think we're going to have to widen out. And we're not going to talk about what I have to do down there. Because as you knew from last time, we have to possibly expand this road. It's going to break Empire Street. I don't want to do that. Coming along, I'm really liking the flow of this city better. Extreme Athletes Villa! Well, that's fun. I'll build that eventually. Sorry, friends, I'm just really liking that. I'm glad I follow Clovis and Fashion and all the rest of them that do so many episodes of detailing. Fashion Gray, so many. I could spend an hour listing them, I think. There's just a bevy of good detailing players of this game. Puts me to shame, it does, really. I may get there eventually. I may develop their mad skills. For now, I'll accept that I'm just a plopper, a zoner. Let's put some people behind here. Let's do this. Hey, whack-a-mole time. Boom. Let's do that instead, shall we? Can you get a fuller one? No? How about now? How about now? How about now? How about now? That'll work. Silly. Don't mind me. Don't mind me, I'm just being silly. This is one we'll want to connect over. So let's go ahead. Nice, good, solid 90, and we will bring that to here. Eventually connect there. How is our unemployment? 14.4% unemployed. I bet you most of those are uneducated folks. Alright, can we not be laggy? Or are we going to be laggy? Is that what we're doing? Alright, friends, give us a second here.